Hey, and welcome to another horse stable tutorial. I thought the last one might not be what everyone is looking for, so I built this and one other. I have designed this stable to be 29 blocks long and 21 blocks wide. As you may see, I am placing spruce logs with 3 blocks between them. So with a gap of 3, I've placed 8 logs in total for the length of the stable. I've only built this once before when designing this, so I had to figure out how long I made it the first time. Now, keeping on with the same 3 block gap, I have placed 6 logs along the width. Now once I've finished placing all the logs, I'm going to be placing stone brick in all the gaps between logs, except for the front where the entrance to the stable is, and where currently there is 3 cobblestone blocks in the ground. That's where I started the build. So after all that's finished, I'm going to add 4 more logs to the height of the existing logs, if that makes sense. So all the logs should be a 5 block high pole. Now to the windows and walls. Every wall in this build is the same, a 5 block tall rectangle with a 3 block tall gap in the middle, as you can see. So now that the outer shell is built, we're heading inside. Once again, these spruce logs are 3 blocks away and in line with the outer wall logs. Once they've all been marked out, again they become 5 blocks tall. So this build, I think it looks better with fence posts as windows. Obviously it's up to you if you want to use glass, but it's just the way I designed it for this one. So in every single window for this build will be filled with a fence post, which I think are spruce. I'm not sure, I can't quite remember in this texture pack. So onto the storage area of the stable. As I said, all walls are built the same. So this part is sealed off currently, as I am sealing it off. Again, the same 5x3, except for this last little bit there. I have left a 3 block gap, which I'll explain later when I fill it in and build it. But as you can see, the walls are the same 5x3 little stone bricks rectangle with the 3 gap, which will be filled with fence posts. Again, on the other side, that 3 block gap, which you'll see later when I fill it in. Onto first part of the roof. I think I've used dark oak stairs, and they will be surrounding the entire outside of the build. Ready dogs. So there's the first part, stairs go all the way, and then again on the inside. Yeah, hopefully it's taking place. It was taking shape and setting the time. So yeah, that's what it looks like so far. Raindrops and roses and girls. Oh, shut up, rain. I am building the top story to the stable. It has no function, there's no use to it, but it's purely built just for the aesthetics, and it kind of makes the build look like it does. Completely up to you if you want to build this part to it or not. But again, that's just how I've built it. And in case I built this myself, came up with the design. If someone had already done that, then I'm sorry, it's just I went on the server and built something. I didn't look at any Google images, and I'm sure someone's already built something like this before, but this is just what I came up with. Again too, this is the second time I built it as designing it. I built it once and then I've come along and recorded the second time I built it, so if you're following along, you should be fine. I hope I don't leave you with heaps of questions by the end of this. Hopefully it all goes to plan. And now onto the outer wall of the shell. Now in the corners, I stuffed this up. I actually cut out what I stuffed up, but on the very corners the pattern doesn't match. So instead of the window you see, you might be able to see at the corner at the back, instead of the wall continuing along with the 3x3 stone bricks, there's 2, as you can see there. So that's what the corners are like, because it doesn't fit the pattern, doesn't work otherwise. But I think the first time I built this, I made this one section longer, so I thought it might have been a bit stuffed up to build that. It might be a bit too big, but if you've got the room, then by all means, it just depends on how much room you want to give the horses. Now onto the roof, the final roof. Again, dark oak stairs around the outside and the inner part of the building, which you'll see in a second. So yeah, surrounding the outside once built correctly, and then again on the inside, just like the lower part of the build. And then we've nearly finished the shell of the building. So after that's done, which now you use a half block on the lower half of the block. So again, not needing torches anywhere so mobs can't spawn. Now, as I said before, all the windows are filled with fence posts. It's just kind of the look I was going for. I think it works, but I suppose it all depends on you. As I said too, glass, if that's what you want to use glass, then by all means use that. So the shell of the stable is finished. I'm just placing some torches. Doesn't matter where you want them, that's just where I've placed them. And now I'm putting a little decorative little awning thing on the building. There's a better angle for you. This isn't particularly necessary, I just thought it gave it a little bit of something. Just something to make it a little bit more decorative, otherwise it's just plain. Now this, I should have... this is the inside roof, which I should have built before the upstairs to the stable was built, but I hope you can follow along, excluding my stuff up here, but I'm hoping this all makes sense to you. That's what the roof underside should be. Now I'm working on doors. Didn't actually get a close-up of this, so sorry. But so you place the door and then place a half brick on the top half of it, and then the fence post. And there's a kind of a little gaps, sort of look as there's the shell. All done. Now internally, filling in this little walkway with cobblestone. I don't know, you may want to use some other material block. I'm not sure. That's just what I did. This bit isn't particularly necessary. I just decided, what the hey, let's make it look a little bit more decorative. I don't know what I was thinking. I just sort of thought, yeah, let's do something else with it. So I lined this area with cobblestone, as you're about to see. No function to it. I don't know, I suppose just a little bit decorative if you want. Don't have to do it. If you want more grass for the looks of the horses, more grass for the horses to be on, then you don't need the cobblestone. It's just what I've decided to do. To the floor. I think I used spruce. I can't quite remember. Spruce logs, spruce planks for the floor, and again, as I said, every single wall is the same. So, despite a little stuff up there, it's the 5x3 stone bricks with the fence posts in the middle. And then I've left the gap there for the piston, which is why I didn't place another plank in the middle. Again, upright hay bales for the stall floor. I don't know, it's obviously completely up to you if you want to use planks or hay. But as I've said before in the other horse stable build, I prefer to use hay blocks. Just kind of looks nicer, I suppose, in my opinion anyway. And then it's the same again on the other side. And I'm just placing the redstone to activate the pistons. Because if you've played with horses before in Minecraft, you'll know that they can't actually walk out of the gate, the physical gate that you can create, so I just prefer pistons, fence pistons. That means you can actually get them out. Now here, a little bit of decorative, both on all the posts, put an upside down stair block, and it kind of just gives a little bit of decorativeness to it. Now this isn't necessary, I suppose. You can either leave it without the half block to extend the roof, or you can give it one line of what I'm doing in this build, or you can give it 2 lines of half blocks. So the build is done, and now up to the decorative part. Cauldrons, as usual. Cauldrons, I'm just playing around. I thought I was going to use ladders as a bit of a decorative thing, but then decided not to, so I've gone with vines. Put some hay bales around, some more cauldrons for drinking water, more vines, whatever you want to do. Maybe change some of the bricks to mossy bricks or even cracked bricks. Give it that decorative look. Now this is the storage area. So I'm trying to make it as less complicated as I possibly can. Spruce logs or whatever logs you might want to use. You might decide birch looks a lot better. It's up to you, especially it all depends. This may look terrible on the default, but it might look great with another texture pack, so to suit whatever you want. So that ladder, I've placed a ladder on the wall. You might be able to see. I won't have a better angle of that. That's just to get up into the upper area if you want to use that. That's just playing around. So there we go. And now horses. The finishing touches. Almost finished. However many horses you may have, and then just again, you don't have to bone meal the grass if you decide you want to make it look like a mini pasture inside. And then here, if you decide that you want a little bit more room for the horses, you can fence off with whatever fence you choose. I'm just doing a big area so that I can leave the gates open and they can wander and they have a bit more grass area. Depends what kind of room you may have for the stable. If you've got a small amount of room, then I don't know, this fence particular area, it's just however big you want it to be. I just did it on the spot and decided, you know what, I'm going to do this. So there's no specifics, it's however big you want it to be. You can also put a little mini pond in there if you want to. I didn't think of it till now, I'm just looking at it. So again, I've racked off in here to get a horse and try and push it out. But then I was like, yeah, I give up, and walked away. So here we go. Unfortunately, this is Minecraft Realms, and as far as I know, you cannot use mods. I'm sorry if I'm wrong there, but I don't think you can use mods in Minecraft Realms, so I couldn't use the Camera Studio mod, which is what I prefer to do. So unfortunately, I'm just flying around with this other Minecraft character. Trying to get a good view, sorry about that. So there we go. This is the stable. This is the first stable I built. Here's one I built earlier. It's I prefer that one, but if you're someone who's like, oh yeah, I want room for them to walk around like the build I just showed you, then yeah, that's completely up to you. So I prefer the look of this one with the look like shrubs and the rose bushes and the trees with their own little pond. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. If this is the kind of stable you're looking for, then that's great. I will have another one on the way eventually. This is Chicken Queen. I have been Retta. Before I ramble on too long, thank you for listening, and yeah, see ya.